It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Rams and the reigning NFC champs. Next on Madden Football.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Stafford on target to Woods. First down, L.A. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee. Here's Cam Akers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. This is caught. It's Woods. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there should be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. Oh, able to avoid him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Stafford. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Well, they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Sean McVay unhappy on the sidelines visibly. He's made the decision to reach for the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Let's go, baby.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 92 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. A starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
Ali Marpet, the guard, caught there.
We're going to work. Back and reload.
Now Brady. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a points on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run this with Akers. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. They'll run on 1st down with Akers, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. Nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now it's Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Brady going to throw. On the screen, this is Edmonds. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. This defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it with Vaughn. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go back to Vaughn again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
8 yards there and a 1st down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Now they'll throw with Brady. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady, that's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Throwing now is Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Aaron Donald. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? And we just saw their first one of this game.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's a run with Akers on second down, and they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll run here with Akers. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw is Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. The Rams on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on third down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to pump the football.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Peterson. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll begin on the ground here with Vaughn. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Over the middle, complete. It's Miller. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds fights through, and now a crease. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Throwing on first down is Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Brady, he'll get this to Vaughn underneath. The solid stiff arm. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Here's Brady. This is caught by Evans. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
To throw is Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Cam Akers and the Rams offense ready to go back to work. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Stafford. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean.
Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done. Still a great return and very good field position.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Brady to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 10. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Throwing again is Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. 7 yards to pick up there. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Stafford. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Stafford. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Stafford. Higbee secures it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now. You remember last week they defeated the Carolina Panthers here. Good momentum for Brady and the Buccaneers here. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. And this one is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Brady gives this one to Vaughn. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a play fake. Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
At the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Into the red zone, it's Brady.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Young Wade Jr. on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
From the 38, Stafford. A nice little juke. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
We're all right. Just call the call. We're going to play it. Come on now.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
This is caught. It's Woods. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you run a drag route like this down near the goal line, you're hoping maybe you get an inadvertent pick to set your man free. A lot of people are calling them natural screens, but this was well defense, and they stopped him for just a short gain.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Here's Akers. They try and run.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And this one is right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
From the 31, Brady. That's complete to Tyler Johnson.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Here's a handoff to Vaughn.
They find some open field here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
55 rushing yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. Stiff-armed him. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Now the Rams offense getting the football back.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, given 14.
On the give, this is Akers.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Stafford.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Let's go. I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out on passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, it's Akers. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Stafford.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. On first down, Stafford here. He's got Higbee complete right side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
They'll run a draw now with Akers.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Stafford.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Well, time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Now Brady. Evans, fast footwork. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's a give to Vaughn. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Vaughn on the handoff. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. The Bucs on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Brady to throw. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough. Now
they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. This is Vaughn. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Brady. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Here we go.
That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
A fourth down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes it for in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Back now comes Tampa Bay.
They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, now you take care of us.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as the tackle made here at the 36. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
They'll run here with Vaughn.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
180 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Tampa Bay, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for L.A., they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.